If this is an absurd observation, correct me, but it almost looks like you would rather have them miss baskets on plays you practice than just make baskets on some plays you've never seen before. Is that an absurd observation?
That is absurd. Okay. That is an absurd question. You got another one?
Yeah.
I think what we want is that we take open shots that are our shots, not to hesitate and just shoot the ball when we're open. If it's a shot that is your shot, then shoot it.
There was a lot of head nodding today and during practice from what I saw, and a lot of it was this way and not this way. It didn't look like a practice that the coaches were happy with.
Actually, we had a good practice.
So I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, these are absurd questions and observations. No, it actually started out really well, and then we just struggled a little bit, and that's been one of the things. When we have to grind out our offense, then it doesn't look as nice, and then they get a little frustrated. So I think that's just part of basketball. You have to, when things aren't going your way, you have to be able to grind out that possession, that play, make a shot, and that's what we're working on.
Is it possible that during a game your practice could, your offense could kick in, it could snap in, it could get going, irregardless of what happened in the practice? Could they just sort of find it during the game?
Are these the kind of questions you ask all the time?
I'm just thinking about your offense.
This is why I'm glad I never do this.
I'm just wondering if your offense during a game...
You know, I think it's sort of like, a while ago, we weren't shooting free throws well, so we didn't concentrate on it. We didn't even practice them, and it automatically our percentage went up. So sometimes when all you do is focus on one thing, it just makes a bigger problem than what it is. I think our offense has been great at times, and it's not been great at times. So yeah, that's part of basketball. It's not going to look perfect all the time. The fact that it has for so long, and that's what it seems people are obsessing with, for this team, that's not the way it's going to be. So we can either live in the past, or we can keep working at it and make plays and create things that will help us win games, whether it looks pretty or not. That's just the way it is.
Would some smart people please ask some questions?
Yeah, please. Bail me out here. Bail me out, please.
That same logic where you can't practice over and over again because you get too locked into it. Would that apply to someone like Lou, who's kind of struggling shooting right now? She can't focus too much on shooting?
Well, Lou's a good shooter. She knows that. I got to tell you, I got an email from a guy that said we should try blindfolding her during practice. I thought that was like bird pickers. Like, we're not doing that. I mean, you know, that's what good shooters do. They go through, if they miss, they take the next one, and we are encouraging her to continue to shoot. It's not lack of effort, it's not lack of anything other than the ball's not going in right now. And so if she's worried about that, then the next 10 are not going in. I don't think she is. I think people watching her. So we're confident that the next one, the next shot she takes is going in. Without the blindfold.
That email was not from me, by the way.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm going to go check.
After the Cincinnati game, Coach said that he thought being home would really help this team. You know, you've only had a few days of practice, but have you seen encouraging signs?
Yeah, it's just nice to be home. I mean, we haven't been, this will be the longest stretch in a long time. We had 2 days last week, and we were like, yay, this is 3. I think anytime you can be in a routine, it's helpful. So I think the kids feel comfortable. I think they're in a good spot. They're in a good place. And all we can do is move forward. It's not the end of the world. Like, that's the part that amazes me. But, you know, we're just trying to get better every day.
Are they pretty good about tuning out all of the outside noise, especially after
they don't
losses?
get those emails that I get, and I don't know that they even read, like, other stuff. Maybe they see things on Twitter. Like the whole thing now about this is the first time since 2009 that we're not in the top 4.
2012. Yeah.
7.
I thought I saw one said earlier.
2007.
Anyway.
Right,
yeah, 2007. It's 12 years.
Yeah, whatever. I think I look at that like that's amazing. I don't think anybody in this building cares whether we're 1 through 5, 1 through 10, whatever. There have been teams that have won the whole thing with 10 losses. So it's just funny that that's now the focus, and that's what people talk about. So that's not our focus, but that's what's out there.
Do you think it helps this year after going undefeated in the regular season for so many years in a row? This year you've lost some games in the regular season, so now you can actually point to things that have happened in games and see when this happens, you're going to lose, whereas past few years
we never really needed losses to point to things that we have to improve on. But, you know, there are teams that can go through an entire season undefeated and they don't need a loss to help them learn things. And then there are other groups that you can use that and need that in order to move forward. I think this is a team that probably needs that in order to move forward. So that's the way we look at it.